Oh, yeah, welcome again.
Yes,
We're back
welcome.
back on the couch again, and
Yes. Another
yeah.
Tuesday down.
Another Tuesday. Gee, the weeks go quick, don't they?
So quick.
So quick, too quick.
Especially looking back at these lives. I think we're up to maybe episode 23 now.
Yeah. We
Crazy.
did do some early days. Did you add on from there, or did you?
No, I started from scratch again.
Yeah, that was pre-COVID days,
Yeah.
you know. But anyway,
On the same couch, believe it or not.
yeah, it was. That was.
So
yeah.
it's still on the couch
That's
with
still on
Darren.
the couch. Okay, what's tonight's topics?
So tonight we're going to go through some products restocked, bestsellers. Last week we did some filming out in Blue Waters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, nice spot there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Tell you a few stories about that later on.
And then we've got customer find, newsletter stories, and your topic tonight is intriguing me.
Weights aren't weights.
Okay.
So you'll have to wait and see what that's all about.
Say wait one more time.
Yeah.
And the prize tonight is a 12-inch gold pan.
Okay.
All you've got to do is comment
Yeah.
black, green, or
Blue.
blue.
Yeah, I had to think a minute there myself what colours we had. Yeah.
So comment that and you'll go in the running, and we will announce it in the comments at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, last week when I did the radio interviews, like you don't, you know, you can start off with a $20 gold pan and,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Well, we
such
did
fun.
talk about it a couple of weeks ago, where if you had nothing, what would you do? And start
Yeah,
off with a gold pan and a shovel. And
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah.
so, how much gold would you need at the moment to get a decent wage? Like,
What do you call a
800?
decent wage?
I'd say $800. Most people could survive on, maybe.
Probably 5 grams, probably.
It's nothing, is
That's
it?
nothing. That's roughly $800.
Gosh, I'm tempted to quit my job and get
No,
out there.
Not yet.
Maybe you can pay me to make prospecting videos.
Maybe
Make money on top of making
you
money.
could. Well, a lot do that.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Few influencers out
yeah,
there in the
yeah.
prospecting community.
Yeah, there certainly is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot.
Add another one to the list.
Yeah.
Gold of the week. What do we have tonight?
Well, these are a few bits that I sort of picked out of the nicer stuff that we buy. Now, this is it here. Look, there's a few bits here. There's probably about a dozen pieces here. So if we can get this camera up. There it is. But, yeah, that's probably the biggest piece there. Now, what's that one weigh? I'll put it over there. Oh, just under 5 grams, so that's yeah, $800, something like that, $900.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
One nugget, like,
That's your wages for the week,
yeah.
you know. That one there's probably around a gram, so that's, what's that one weigh? 0.89, 0.9. So that's probably worth $170 for that. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Real crazy. But yeah, some nice bits there. Some bits you could hang from a pendant, I suppose. So it look a
Is
bit
that
like
an offer? A lobster claw? Is that what you're going to say?
I thought it looked like a rabbit then. But everyone looks at nuggets and they say, oh, that looks like this, and, you know. But yeah, each piece, you never get two pieces the same. They're
so
all
beautiful
different.
to look at, isn't it?
Yeah, could look at it all day.
Yeah.
That looks like a claw, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a fishing hook.
Don't know. Don't know what it looks like. Snow sleigh? I don't know. People say, oh, it looks like an elephant, and I'll say, oh, I can't see it. So yeah, they're just some nicer little pieces that we've got throughout the week.
Closer to the source than others.
Yeah, like some are very water worn, like
Yeah.
that one there's very smooth, and then you get ones like that are just a little bit rougher, so they haven't travelled as far. Now that one was probably found in white or red clay, and that one's just travelled further. That's all that means. And some are a different colour, coming from different sources too.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the gold of the week.
Beautiful. Multiple golds of the week.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, better not hold off on that camera too quickly because we've got relics of the week.
Okay, yeah. This is something I found years ago when I was going through some of my old stuff that I'd found. I've got boxes of this type of stuff, but it's got WD and HD Wills, I think it is. Now, they sold cigarettes and tobacco.
Yeah.
Back, 1930s, probably prior to that. So I'd say if you bought so many packets of tobacco or cigarettes, you got one of these. And what it is, it's part of an old pocket knife. So it's only the plate on one side.
Yeah.
So it's missing the actual knife bit and the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a form of advertising.
Yeah.
So each time you get your pocket knife out, that name's
In your face.
in your face, and yeah. So you can see that, can you? The W&D HO Wills. It's a little bit
There we go. That's pretty
bit hard.
there.
Yeah. But yeah, I like finding little bits and trinkets like this. So
Yeah.
they've got a story to tell, and
And so much history that you don't realise, or like just different packaging that they used to have back then. Like they took a lot more pride and spent a lot more money on there.
yeah, you got to only look at me old tins over there.
Exactly.
So
Bushels and-
colourful,
Beautiful.
bushels, and the racehorsing tin. You spin the top around, and it's got numbers on it.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll have to
yeah.
make those our relics of the week.
yeah,
another time.
maybe. Yeah, some good-looking tins over there, isn't there?
Yeah.
The bloke there, they sold cough lollies in the big tins, and the bloke's got the top hat on and he's holding his throat. That's a nice tin. Yeah, but yeah, that's the relics of the week. So that's it.
Nice. And now we got our top 5 best sellers of the week.
Okay.
So at number 1, we had the Made from Muffs hats.
Oh yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
It's always in there
It
somewhere.
is.
Always.
Number 2 is CC Picks Medium.
Yeah, they're a really good pick. I think we need to order double what we ordered because
Yeah, I feel like we double it each time and then they just sell out quick again.
Paul Craig at CC Picks, so he's just making heaps of picks.
Yeah.
But
I think we just got a new batch in a couple of weeks ago, so that's why these are back in the charts.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Lucky Strike Dolly Pot. So that's a heavy duty one.
Oh, the big heavy duty ones, yeah.
And then number 4, the Sniffer Bottle, Nugget Ned. And number 5 is the Snake Armor Gators.
And that I can understand because the snakes are out.
Yes.
And it just offers a bit of protection,
Yeah, whether we like it or not.
And don't walk around in the, what they call it, the Chinese safety boots, thongs.
What are they?
That's what they call them, yeah, Chinese safety boots are thongs.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got a video, I believe, have we?
Yes, video from Blue Waters. We're up the top lookout.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's Darren here. We're at Blue Waters, which is just out of Creswick. It's only about 2 k's out of Creswick. Beautiful spot, as you can see. The reason they call it Blue Waters is because the water looks a little bit blue. But what it is, it's an old dredge hole. Now, a dredge is like a floating factory that the buckets went down, picked up the gravel, brought it to the floating platform, washed the gravel, and retained the gold. But yeah, look, it's no good for detecting in this type of area, but yeah, because the gold is just too deep. But during summer, it's a local swimming hole. And there's actually good fish in here, good redfin fish for fishing. But there is gold over further, but just don't waste your time around here. If you're looking for coins and relics, because a lot of people come swimming here, when it dries up, you go around the edges and you will find coins. Coins and, yeah, I actually found a gold ring here many years ago. It was a 9-carat ring down there. But yeah, just a pretty place. If you're around Creswick, come and have a look.
How beautiful is that?
It is, yeah, pretty spot there. Years ago, like I said, I used to spend a lot of time, my teenage years, riding motorbikes through the Creswick, Slatey Creek area, and that's sort of on the edge of the bush.
Yeah.
And if it was a hot day, I'd pull in around the back and jump in for a bit of a swim. Yeah. So
Swimming with the fishies.
yeah, and there, like I said, there is good fish in there. There's good redfin. Not a lot of people know, but if you're wondering where it is, it's on the Dean, Old Melbourne Road, heading towards Dean, just out of Creswick, only about 2 kilometres. And there's a big, I think, a green shed on the right-hand side. Just past there, there's like a little gate. It looks like you're going into private property, but it's just in there off the road.
Yeah.
But this, yeah, when we went there, there were some puddles, wasn't there? So probably need a 4-wheel drive just to go through that. But yeah, and they've got a fence up. The reason they've got the fence there is because I know when I used to go swimming in my teenage days there, you used to see people run as fast as they could and jump off that cliff. You know, the cliff where we were standing filming? Yeah, they used to jump off there into the water. Crazy.
Gosh.
Crazy.
I wouldn't even think you'd make it to the water.
The water used to be a lot higher up than where it is now.
Yeah.
But also, unfortunately, stolen cars were getting taken out there. Sticks were getting jammed on the accelerators and over the edge they'd go. So they put in timber bollards and that fence now to stop all that.
Yeah. I've heard of, you know how we sell the magnet fishing kits?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of a safe that's been found there before,
Okay.
a magnet fishing kit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wow.
you'll find a few cars in there too.
I know the police were in there looking for firearms and that too one
Yeah.
year. So, yeah, you can imagine things getting thrown in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
'Cause
very...
how deep is it?
I'm just going to say it's very clear water because of the clay and that's in there, but it's very cold. Even in the hottest day of summer, you jump in there. It was like jumping into, a fridge. It was that cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cooled you off. That's for sure.
Do you know how deep it is?
No, I don't. It's a lot lower. It's probably the lowest I've ever seen it at the moment because you could actually see the post for the jetty.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I never knew that was there, but it's below that now. So yeah, no, a pretty place. So yeah, St George, it's opposite St George's Lake, Blue Waters. If you went into the Tourist Information Centre, they'd be able to probably give you a map and show you where it is. You know, but yeah, a lot of tourists will go on the opposite side of the road to St George's Lake, which you did a video about that, which is a very pretty place.
Yeah.
But the other one's more of a local swimming hole, I suppose. Yeah. No, it was good.
Nice.
Oh.
So our newsletter this week, the first article was about spring prospecting and that there's more than just gold in the ground and about looking for those signs of old remnants. So what do you look out for in the springtime especially?
Well, I think now's the best time to go coin and relic hunting.
Yeah.
So I took you to a spot and there was daffodils growing, wasn't there?
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's not just the daffodils. You'll get fruit trees in blossom.
Yeah.
You know, if you get one fruit tree growing in the bush, it could be just a bird's picked up an apple, dropped it, or someone's thrown an apple out of the window and it's grown. But when you get different types of trees in blossom, like different types of fruit trees, and you've got daffodils coming up, and I think they call it irises and that, you know there's been an old house there.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for bits of glass. I'm looking at what type of glass it is. And this time of the year, that's when everything's popping out of the ground.
Yeah.
So it's just a good time to be looking.
And good to get out before that grass gets too high too.
And that's what I said to you too. You know, you've got to get out now because once we get a few hot days, the grass is going to be, high and it's hard to detect.
Yeah.
Now,
harder to detect, harder to find the spots.
Yeah. now's the perfect time. Perfect.
And old brickwork as well, like chimneys, and that is
Yeah, chimneys. Like sometimes you're walking through the bush, and if you don't know what you're looking for, there might be just a pile of rocks.
Yeah.
But you look around the area and there's no rocks around. That was their old chimney. They made the chimneys out of rocks.
Yeah.
Or you might see, some old mining relics in an area. You know that there was something going on within that area.
Yeah.
And like you said last week, you said, I don't miss nothing. It's a matter of keeping an eye open for different things.
Yeah.
Something out of the unusual.
Yeah.
I've been walking. I remember once I went out with some Indigenous people in Western Australia detecting, and we're walking along, and he spotted things that I didn't even spot. Yeah, like we were walking along a bit of a track, and he said, "Oh, the old miners have been here." I said, "How do you know?" He said, "See that rock there? They've broken the quartz rock open to have a look what's inside."
Yeah.
He said, "Can you see any other big quartz rocks around here?" I said, "No." So it's probably been on the dray, and they've stopped, cracked it open, and then kept going, just little things like that.
Yeah.
And like I say to people, even though I started detecting in 1980, I'm still learning. You're learning all the time.
It's crazy how much background knowledge, just information that contributes to.
Yeah. I know when my grandfather used to take me out panning near Dalesford, like, I remember him taking me out when I was not very old, but I wasn't really interested in the gold, and I wish I'd taken that time to absorb his knowledge, But anyway.
Now you get to pass it down to your children.
That's right. That's it.
All right, a customer find this week was a coastal relic discovery. So I don't think you've seen this.
No, I haven't.
They said it's their favourite rusty treasure, an axe head found on the Port Arlington beach.
Wow. An axe head. You'd wonder what it would be doing. They might have been shaping the posts or doing something to a ship, or there's no reason why it would be on a small boat or anything. But it's got all shells on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
I reckon. Something different.
Yeah.
I found old axe heads in WA because over there the wood choppers used to cut trees down for fence posts, or they used to chop down the trees for the mines, for the steam engines.
Yeah.
And quite often you'll be going along detecting, and you either go over it or you'll see it, and it's an old axe head.
Yeah.
Which was, it'd be like losing a metal detector, because that was their tools of trade.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah.
But quite common, didn't the handles break on the axes and then they'd keep reusing the head for something else?
Yeah, that the handle would break,
Yeah.
and then you'd buy another handle and put in it. But nowadays the handle's worth more than what you can buy the axe for. Different types of axes.
Yeah.
And it's good. I know a lot of old timers used to say, "Oh, the old hickory handles, it must be a type of wood, hickory wood, were the better handles." But nowadays, I don't even know if you can get the good axe handles anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
All right. Tip of the week. Wrap a bit of electrical tape around your detector shaft. It's an easy way to carry emergency tape without adding the weight. Perfect for quick fixes on cables, skid plates, or even gear out in the field.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So just wrap it around the shaft of your detector.
Yeah.
So then if you do need it,
don't have to walk back to your car or camp, wherever that is.
That's a good idea.
Go and take it up.
Yeah, put a bit on me. Yeah. Okay.
Boot camps. So again, we've got the 2-day boot camps are booked out. So the first 2-day boot camp is this Saturday in Inglewood.
Well, that's been, yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, it will. That's Yeah. Is it next?
This
Or is
weekend.
That's been done.
No, this weekend.
Yeah, no, that's been done, that one. That was last week.
No, it's this weekend.
Okay. This weekend. Okay, yep.
You're all
Oh, yep, there's the date. Yep. Moon and Bell.
Yep, so we've got spots left on that. And then the 2-day boot camp at Maryborough is fully booked. And then we've got the 5-day boot camp 17th of November at Talbot.
Okay. Writing's that small I can hardly read it on these. Okay, very good. Yeah, don't forget, guys, to send us in, do the QR code and send us in what you found, whether it's a pocket knife bit or a nugget or, yeah.
Or again, just post in our Lucky Strike Gold group. It's a private group where you can share your finds with each other, share tips, post questions, all that fun stuff.
Okay, got another video, have we?
Yes.
What's
Back to Blue Waters. It's like the cliff part.
Oh, yeah. I was showing people what the old timers were looking for.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll jump over to that now.
Yeah, out at Blue Waters at Creswick. Yeah, magic looking spot. But I'll show you what they were chasing. So come over here and we'll have a look at what the gravel they were chasing. Got to watch these prickly bushes. Gauze, very prickly bush. But what they were chasing was an old river system where the gold had dropped into the old river. Now, it wasn't viable for them to go to the left or to the right of it, but you can see all the gravel in the embankment there. That's been an old river system. But where they've actually dredged, that was a deeper part where the bigger gold and most of the gold was. And like I said, it just wasn't viable for them to go that way. There is test holes over the back where they've dug down on the river wash gravel to have a look to see how much gold was in it. But you can tell it's an old river system because when you go and have a look at the rocks, like if you pick up a rock, that's a bit of quartz, but see how it's very smooth and water worn? So you know it's been under, or it's been in a river system. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. Yeah, that's done a lot of work there, haven't they? That spot. Yeah.
And that would have all been by hand?
No, that was where the dredge went through.
Okay, yeah.
So they probably, I know on the top side of that embankment, on the flat, there's like old miners' test holes where they've dug down to the old river wash gravel, tested it, because they're trying to work out firstly which way the old river system was going and where most of the gold was. But yeah, it's a pretty spot there.
I'm really excited to share with the guys in a couple of weeks' time that video we filmed last week of walking through the tunnel.
Oh yeah, that's a ripper, that one.
And all the hand chips of the picks.
We went there probably 6 months ago, was it?
Yeah.
I took you there. And I walked in there and you were following me and there was thousands of these mosquito things and you couldn't
breathe.
You couldn't see. They were everywhere. This time there was a few in there, but they weren't bad.
Yes.
As bad, I suppose you'd say. But yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
I'm going to have to do like a side-by-side video of like first attempt and then second attempt.
Do that. Yeah. That was incredible. Yeah. Okay, what are we up to?
Topic of the night, weights aren't weights. What does this mean?
Weights aren't weights. So when you go to gym, weights aren't weights. No. Look, a lot of people still come into the shop to sell gold and they think there's 28 grams to an ounce. Yeah. Now, there is if you're talking imperial weight. Yeah. But when you're talking gold, there's 31.1 grams to a troy ounce. Yeah. So there's more weight. Then there's, the old timers used to talk in penny weights. There's 20 penny weights to a troy ounce. So each 1 penny weight, I think, is 1.6 grams, if that works out, if I remember rightly. then they used to talk in grains, which is finer. Again, there's 240 grains to a troy ounce. So a lot of people don't, you know, and then there's kilos. When we, early days in the 80s, we used to be talking kilos and ounces.
Yeah.
Now we're talking grams. Now we're talking pieces, because some of the pieces you find nowadays, look, the detectors are that good. Some of the little pieces don't even weigh on the scales.
Smaller than a pinhead.
Yeah. Well, the two little bits I found yesterday,
Just a bit of dust, really.
a bit of dust, so I don't even know if they're going to weigh. And a lot of people don't know this, but two 50-cent pieces in weight, if you put these on your scales, exactly 31.1 grams.
Wow.
So it's an exactly a troy ounce.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When Sam and I were in the West, we didn't have scales to weigh our finds, and I was Googling all sorts of ways of like how to weigh what, like 10 grams, 5 grams, was just so I can hold and see the difference. And yeah, it didn't really work.
I remember one year, you probably don't remember this, but one year in Western Australia, I found a 16-ounce piece.
Yeah.
And my scales only weighed up to about 5 ounces.
Yeah.
And it was a fairly large piece. So what I had to do was I got a stick and I weighed batteries and stones and whatnot, put them in the bag, and then the stick on the other end I had the nugget.
Yeah.
So when I got the stick and that balanced, then I weighed everything that I'd used to counterbalance the nugget, and that was a 16-ounce piece.
Wow.
Roughly,
Yeah.
you know, roughly, yeah. So that's what I had to do.
Got to get creative on the goldfield sometimes.
You do. But yeah, weights, yeah, like I said, yeah, and I've had people, like as they come into the shop and they'll say, oh, there's 28 grams to a troy ounce. I say, no, there's actually 31.1.
Yeah, it's a bit hard in that instance because
Yeah.
they think they've got more than what they've got.
Yeah, 31.1036.
Do you want to go any more decimals?
No, that's all I know. Yeah, so that's sort of talking weights, but, you know, I've sort of showed people before the old time weights, you know, the cup weights and the bell weights and, yeah, that type of stuff that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, but penny weights, you will find these flat ones on the goldfields, and they've got like 4 penny weights or 5 DWT, which is short for penny weights.
Do you have any penny
Yeah,
weights?
I have. Yeah, I got a lot. Yeah, I used to, as you know, when I used to collect mining memorabilia or gold memorabilia, like I used to go around the swap meets, and look, I didn't have a lot of money to spend thousands on some of the better stuff, but I would buy the cheaper stuff, the weights and, you know, yeah, that type of stuff. So I have got a lot of them, and used to go around the antique shops and say, oh, you haven't got any gold weights, and they'd come out with a box and I'd pick through them, and you know, because there's imperial weight and troy weight, you'd get a mix in a box, and I'd say, well, I don't really want to buy them, but I'll buy these ones, you know.
Yeah.
And they used to say, oh, how much, you know, do you want for the box, you know? And they say, oh, $5 each, you know. Yeah. But I used to buy them to make up sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love me old weights. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it on weights. So what I mean by weights aren't weights. There's a lot of people that don't understand, you know.
Yeah.
But nowadays we've got these, you know, digital scales, and we weigh by grams.
Yeah.
And because that's how gold is bought and sold, you know, in ounces and grams nowadays. Yeah, not penny weights or grains, because otherwise people would look at you stupid. Yeah.
So I feel like that's probably a big thing on itself for new prospectors, is getting in with the lingo and the prospecting language.
Yeah, true, yeah. It is what it is, yeah.
All right.
I think on some of the scales you can actually change it to weights actually, if I penny weights. I'll just have a look here. No, I think I've killed them. Oh yeah, so that these scales weigh OZT, which is troy ounce.
Oh, okay.
So if you're weighing on your scales just in ounce, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
So that's DWT, which is penny weights.
Yeah.
Carats, yeah, carats are used for gemstones, I think, gemstones and diamonds, and grains. So yeah, so that, now I know that one's roughly.
I'll put this on the camera.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that one there. Yeah. So that's talking grains, GN. If I press that again, that's grams. Press it again, that's ounce. So that's only going to weigh 28 grams to an ounce. See OZ?
Yeah.
Press it again, that's OZT, which is troy ounce. That's what you weigh your gold in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if there's another one. Yeah, DWT, which is penny weights, which is 20 penny weights to a troy ounce. Yeah, and carats, yeah, which I talked about. Yeah.
Wow.
Bit of education tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are scales we sell in the shop,
Yeah,
aren't they?
yep. No, good scales. Yep. Good scales. Got a cover on them so it protects that. Like the way some people treat their scales, they're just thrown in the glove box and heavy things are going on that platform, and it throws. You should calibrate them every now and then. But talking about the 50-cent pieces, I'll show you. So I'll zero that in. I'll go to grams. So there's two 50-cent pieces. So they should come up 31.1 grams. Yep.
There we go.
31.12, which is exactly 1 ounce.
Crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Don't know about the other currency, but that's what I know on the two 50-cent pieces. Okay, where are we up to?
We'll announce the giveaway winner in the comments. So it was black, blue, green. If you want to win a 12-inch gold pen, quickly go ahead and do that now.
And pick it up either at the shop or we'll send it out.
Yep.
Okay, that's about it.
Yes.
For another week.
Yes.
Okay, well, but yeah, that video we done of the tunnel.
Yes,
yeah, that's cool.
Don't think it'll be next week, but I'm thinking the week after.
Okay, but we've got some good content coming up, haven't we? Very good content.
Alrighty, guys. We will see you next